welcome Sports Talk Live for the culture. How's it going, fellas?
What's happening, man?
We got a lot to talk about today. Nate in the building.
Yes,
How
sir.
you doing, Nate? Duke in the building. How you doing, sir?
What's going on?
Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Definitely a lot of talk. Busy week last week. The NFL. A lot of stories going on. A lot of things happening.
Glad to be back.
Oh, definitely glad to be back in the mix with the NFL. You know, definitely going to jump right into it. The NFL was very interesting. A lot of going ons. And one thing, like we said, we're going to jump right into the drama. The big story, kind of as we got off air last week, Antonio Brown was released by the Raiders, only to be picked up by surprise.
Was it really a surprise?
We all seen that come.
The New England Patriots. You know, definitely they picked them up. The New England Patriots picked them up. Interesting. What do you guys feel about that? Not only did the New England Patriots pick him up, then some other allegations jumped off about an assault, a sexual assault with a previous trainer. A whole lot of drama. He's still playing, still practicing with New England, and he's still moving forward with the Patriots. Now, there's been a lot of talk that there had to be some collusion, some backdoor arrangement.
You really think so?
Going on with New England and Antonio Brown. I just want to get your guys' opinion of the whole scenario. Raiders cut him. New England picks him up. He loses $30 million guaranteed and gets about $9 million guaranteed. There's some incentives that his contract could be a 1 year, $15 million contract, but those incentives don't look reachable or kind of hard to get. So you're looking at from $30 million guaranteed, God bless you, to $9 million guaranteed. Nate, go ahead, speak on this, man. What do you think? What's going on? Was it collusion? Was it a big plan? What do you think? Or he just got fortunate because talent rules out?
Man, I think that after that, at first I was thinking it might have been collusion, but I think once that 30 mil became not guaranteed,
yeah,
he's like, well, forget this. Like, I mean, Bill already came at me with a whole plan. I wasn't really with it, but now it's like, it look more doable. It look like the better thing to do because he wasn't gonna win nothing with the Raiders. Let's just be honest, the Raiders.
Yeah.
So he gonna get his money regardless, cause like he gonna get his $9 million this year, and it was $30 million guaranteed, but not $30 million guaranteed. Like it was $30 million guaranteed over his contract.
Well, it's $30 million guaranteed. The $30 million guaranteed money is $30 million guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Like
guaranteed.
It's
guaranteed. But what I'm saying is he gonna sign a new contract next year, and he gonna get something along those lines. Like let's say he get $20 million guaranteed.
Where
he already got $9
He's not gonna get that.
From who? Not all this drama.
That's the thing that puzzled me about the whole situation.
The numbers he gonna put up with Tom Brady.
We can't.
Somebody
is New England going to give him that money? Because I don't see him getting nowhere else.
I don't see him getting.
If they see Randy Moss 2.0 out there, Tom and Randy 2.0.
Bill kind of uses you for what he needs you to see.
Exactly.
You're right.
And that's
He's
what
like, I need to be better. I need one more offensive score than the Chiefs.
And that's what I was going to get to.
I was fortunate last year, but now I need one more weapon than the Chiefs.
I was going to get right there. My thing is this about the whole situation. Now, you do what you want to do because you in control of whatever it is you want to do. Now, the beauty of playing in private organizations is you get second, third, fourth, fifth chances. And there are 32 teams that are very wealthy that some of them are really trying to win because it's about a legacy.
Yeah.
New England is one of them, right? Mm-hmm. The part that puzzled me about Brown was, it's something about the word guaranteed, right?
Yeah. And
you had $30 million guaranteed on the table. Like, nobody can take it off.
Yeah,
it's stuck.
Money. Yeah.
It's there. Mm-hmm. So I'm not calling him crazy because sometimes you could have he's done pretty well for himself. Yeah. Right? In these last couple of years, 14 million, 15, all this money and so whether or not he has any saved up, I don't know. But like I said, back to that word guaranteed, a guy that has $100 million already, he loves the word guaranteed. Mm-hmm. So, is it about the money, Was it about the money? I don't know. He could have said, you know what? I'm going to gamble to get out of this situation with the Raiders. And we already talked, you know, like we said, we had a conversation with the Patriots when I was in Pittsburgh, you know, speaking about Antonio Brown. Mm-hmm. So I know New England had some interest in me, but it was the fact that Pittsburgh did not want to trade him to New England.
Of course, why would
and
they?
I wouldn't want to do that either. So there was some type of deal there because they tried. It was some conversation. So this is in New England's favor, if anything. The simple fact is, you've been winning Super Bowls before Antonio Brown.
Yep.
He only can help. So I can give you are arguably the best or second best receiver in the league, okay? I'm only giving you $9 million from the 30 that was already on the table.
Yeah.
Okay? What nobody's talking about is, and I will guarantee this, what's in that contract, this is if you want to even think about talking to the media, posting anything or acting like a fool, then you're going to get this one game check.
Yeah.
And then you got to go home and start over again.
Yeah.
That's what's not being said. So, like I said, if he's betting on himself because he's that talented, and if he feels that he can make this $30 million up, I don't see that. I see him making $30 million, but I don't see anybody guaranteeing him $30 million. And it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
When you talk about guaranteeing somebody. Exactly. So
and that's the one thing I want to dwell on, because a lot of, like, Antonio Brown's getting a lot of playing the media. There's a lot of discussion. But what's the saying? Real gangsters move in silence.
Move in straight absolute silence.
Julio Jones this past week got $64 million deposited
now,
into his
let me
account.
ask you this.
Into his account.
Did we hear anything about like Julio in the news? And was the check cut real quietly and swiftly?
I mean, it was talk. It was, he's negotiating. He's going to have the first NBA contract with the NFL, the pretty much guaranteed contract. The Falcons extended him, I think $66 million, and he got $64 million up front.
Yes,
they
sir.
put $64 million.
My question is this:
into the direct deposit.
My question is this: why did they give that to him so easily? Is what I want to know. Do you have any idea? Please help me.
I think he performs on the field.
Check.
There's no drama.
Check.
Off the field, he's a professional.
Check.
And that's it. Just comes to play football.
Check.
And that gets you.
So cut the check.
So cut the check. Yeah.
Cut the check.
Check. Cut the check. Like,
Well said.
his legacy is not intact. Nobody's going back. And you can't win with the drama and the fools, but you can go. And an interesting thing about the New England, it doesn't seem like they take hits. Like, you watch the shows and everything, and they don't come at the owner Kraft, or they don't come at New England or them like they come at the Cowboys or Jerry, anybody else, when they make a move on a player that may be somewhat has some issues and problems.
Well, that comes with the territory. America's team, you want to be Jerry, and guess what? Jerry embraces it, and I think he loves it.
And the part about it was the thing about Kraft, Jerry's never been caught out there like that. Like, Kraft got the nod, like, yo, this place is illegal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still going back. He's like, I'm still going back. What that mean to me?
Even though Jerry he was coming out the back door, he still didn't get caught, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right? Man, this place is under, surveillance, child, movement, and all kind of stuff going on there. But New England, they just move on. They're like, okay, we're just going to New England. We're going to bring him in. He's going to play. And this is kind of like the first guy that has a lot of drama around him. I mean, whatever we think about the charges, and there's some light on whether these charges are real, the timing, it's suspicious about, why you wait now. There's no criminal charges. It's a lawsuit about something that's so heinous. And it happened 3 years ago. The person was still with the person, still with him. So it's a lot of, things going on. And you are innocent until proven guilty.
Really?
In America. You may not be innocent in the court of public opinion, but in the court of... And it'll be interesting to see how far this goes, because a lot of stuff when you get sued, a lot of stuff come out that you don't want to come out and you just want to get settled. It may nothing to do with that, but I don't want to bring out all this dirty laundry, and you move forward from it. But it's interesting to see how they move forward. It's a move that you can see, and we'll get into that game Sunday night, and that you can see why they want more offensive firepower because Bill is trying to beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, how about this? This is what nobody probably even thought about. How about Tom says, I don't want to do this no more after this year?
Yeah.
So who does that help with the new quarterback coming in?
Yeah.
Would you like to have an Antonio Brown the next year?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You know? And guess what? Bill doesn't want to happen. Bill doesn't want to, because everybody says this. Bill never won without Tom. How about if Tom says, I don't want to do this anymore, Bill brings another quarterback in, and they win a Super Bowl without Tom? Now, who's looking like the head chief now?
Well, the thing about it, Bill was ready to move on, but Tom had the owner.
Right.
They were ready to go on with your
His
man
son.
from
Right.
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo,
Yeah, he was ready to move on and said, look, all good things come to an end. Bill gonna coach for a long time, so he was ready to make that move. He was ready to, move forward. It's time, like everybody plays.
Bill believes that he has a hell of a system in place, and I believe that he has a hell of a system in place.
And he has a
also.
culture.
Not taking anything from Brady. We know he's great, but
yeah.
I believe they have a wonderful system. It's a if you look at the receivers they have, right? They catch everything.
Yep.
They're short.
Yep.
They get
They
open.
do their job.
They get open in 2.5 seconds because that's how Brady gets rid of the football. So is that quarterback? Is that coaching? I think it's a beautiful combination. I'm not giving that to any quarterback. I don't care who's in the center while they're in New England. I'm just not going to give them that. It's a beautiful system in place. So,
Scott Fuller believes that Bill may roll when Tom rolls. But I think Bill's a lifer, though.
I think he's a lifer.
I think he has one more thing to prove.
Bill's about, you know what? I can get rid of this guy and I still can do it. That's the Bill. That's who I think
Belichick.
Bill is.
You know what I mean?
Bill's Sith Lord,
I'm
man.
bigger. Bill's like, I'm
man.
bigger than Tom. Y'all don't know?
Y'all don't know?
He is the force.
Yeah, I mean that's and it's going to be interesting to see how they move forward. But definitely, week 1 of the NFL was very, very interesting.
Well, before you even get into anything, can we not talk about just one game?
What game you don't want to talk
Pittsburgh,
about?
New England.
We got to get into that game
Because that was preseason. So we
That
start
was-
week 1 this week. Please,
You
can
may
we not?
lose 2 key components. You may lead to rebuild, but it's a long season. It's only week 1.
Yes, thank
But
you.
I want to jump in. We start with the positives first. Display
Yes,
screen.
always.
And these young men right here, these young quarterbacks jumped out and were really impressive week 1. 3-1, 1 loss, but 1 loss barely. Dak Prescott said in a statement, "Give me the bag." you know what
I
you
mean,
said.
do we need to talk about anything else?
And the bag is getting bigger. Like he said, this. He went from like handbag to knapsack to burlap. Like he like.
Look, the one thing the owner is doing right now is he's sitting home like, I wish I would have gave him 120 million like a year ago. That's what he's doing.
They beat the Giants. It was the Giants. Came out a little different offense philosophy. The Giants were in 2 deep zone playing Tampa 2, but they still were aggressive down the field. Dak threw 4 touchdown passes and accumulated a perfect passer rating in that game against the Giants. And Dallas rolled. And what Lamar Jackson and the Ravens did to the Dolphins may never recover. What was it, 59-10?
Listen,
You don't see that
for a
score when
minute-
Alabama played Temple.
And I
Like,
was going to say that for a minute. I know it's Sunday, but I thought it was Saturday.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, wait a second. This is not supposed to be happening.
Yeah,
but
Lamar Jackson.
on a higher note, right? And, this is something a little bit deeper as an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
These players were asking for trades
Yeah, we're gonna
after
get to
week
that.
1.
Yeah, we're gonna get in that with the Dolphins.
Scary, man.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they
Ooh.
Minka Fitzpatrick, they granted him
Yeah,
Clarence
Dallas got an eye.
Because week one
we
was
got
happening.
Yeah, they know what's been going on.
Oh.
But you look at Wentz, he started a little slow, didn't play any preseason snaps. So he was going to come out rusty.
Yeah.
Then the Eagles got it going. Him and D-Jack look dangerous.
Oh, D-Jack look
I
good out
mean,
there.
listen.
And Chip Kelly's still struggling to UCLA.
I got to rewind back
Who's
to
the
Lamar
winner?
Jackson real quick.
Oh, let's go.
Lamar Jackson, right? At halftime, he was 100% 4 touchdowns. You got to get that man his props. I can't let that. We can't skip to the next quarterback to that scene.
Listen.
He had 3 incompletions in the whole game.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
balled
He was balling, man.
Yeah,
And Hollywood Brown,
Oh.
Antonio who? I ain't gonna say that just now. I'm just saying that's his little cousin, and that boy look good out there. You know what I mean?
What was the if you look at Jackson, right? And I love the Ravens and what they stand for. They class organization.
And their coach. Look at this
Oh.
coach. The coach made the move and said, look, we're moving on from what's it called? We're going to develop you.
Yeah.
And we're going to get talking to another quarterback that's struggling. But Lamar Jackson's development, coaching from last season to this season, where they said, look, we believe in you. You got the talent. We got the skill set. Look, Ozzie Smith could be in the Hall of Fame as a tight end and a GM.
Oh, it's no question.
You know,
no question. No question.
Ozzie Smith was the beast. That was his last pick. So they definitely seen something there, and he's a Heisman Trophy winner. So I mean, so there's something there, some kind of talent there. Put him in the system, and can he grow? And can he be the face of the franchise? Can he be a professional? No drama, no any other stuff. The foolishness.
The $1 million question is when you start. Yeah, absolutely. When the $1 million question, you start talking about these quarterbacks. You look at the talent, right? And nobody was talking about. They was just talking about his athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you can run, you can throw a little bit.
Asked him to change position.
But how come?
It.
Yes,
yeah, play wide receiver.
Exactly. But
pretty good for running back.
How is that as a quarterback? Let's take your athletic ability away, right? As far as you running out the pocket. How about if you stay in the pocket?
Exactly.
You got the ability to make all the throws.
He got an arm. He got arm
my
talent.
goodness!
Look, he has more arm talent than Dak. I mean,
listen. And what's scary for I know defensive coaches is with him. This guy can run.
Yeah.
But this is where Harbaugh and you talk about Ozzie Newsome and these coaches, and you talk about being coached up.
Yeah.
Somebody knows what they got because we saw it.
Yeah.
And these athletic quarterbacks that are coming now, nobody ever coached anything like this when they come out. These guys that can run and they're mobile because they didn't. It wasn't a thing. Because what they wanted to do a long time ago, basically, is make these guys play other positions.
Yeah.
Like, no, how about this guy can be a scrambler, he has good feet, and he can throw, but I'm going to teach him with all of that how to still be a quarterback and do what he does.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of coaches out there who have seen talent like this. How about Baltimore is?
Yeah.
And now we see what's going on.
Yeah, and that's something that they have done because let's be honest, they coached Flacco up. Flacco transferred out of Pittsburgh to University of Delaware, Blue Hens, Delaware in the building.
Which benefited for him.
Which benefited for him, and he got to start and play. And then the kid from Ohio State got sick or hurt, and then he became the starter, and he was in there.
McNair, what happened with McNair and all that. He was third string.
Yeah.
He was third string, so the chips fell in his favor.
And sometimes it's got to be like that way. But the other quarterback, Wentz, I think Wentz is all about him staying healthy, and I think with the other quarterback, Deshaun, it's all about him staying healthy because you see the talent out there. But are they going to finally get a line and a running game for this guy? Because another quarterback in that division, Andrew Luck, it seems like he's going in the same direction. Like, he's carrying the franchise, he's taking a beating, and he's not as big as Luck. You know what I mean?
Not
On that
all.
Monday night game, he was in the tent three or four times.
Yeah.
Back spasm, taking hits.
If you in that tent 3 or 4 times in week 1, then
yeah, that's not a good sign.
not a good sign.
They traded for
not looking good.
For Tunsil. They're trying to get him some help. But yeah, definitely he took some shots, but he came back and still was slaying it. Almost out, Drew Brees. They should have won that game. And,
Yeah, pretty much.
And he can show this guy definitely has generational talent.
I like the fact that this is the next generation of greatness. These 3 guys, Watson, Wentz, Dak.
Yeah.
These guys can play football, man. Like they super athletic, other than Dak. Dak's not going to do too much with the running, but let me tell you something. When it comes to throwing a dart, and you giving a player a chance, 15 yards, it's going to get there. And they young, man. They young guys, man. You got Watson, who's been playing on a high level since he stepped in.
Yeah.
We have never saw probably a guy at his size,
6'5".
Yeah, with his athletic ability. We have never seen that, and you know what Dak does. You saw when it's money time with him.
Yeah,
where it's going to go, and listen, these guys, all three of these guys that we see, they are $100 million quarterbacks. So we can put that out there. We see what they could do. And sometimes when you're great, you don't have to see a whole bunch. You can see a little bit to know where somebody's going.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see definitely what the track record is and what these guys have. And it's all about the development and being a thing. But all four of these guys are professionals. All four of these guys, there's no chirping. There's no bulletin board material from anybody else on there. It's just, look, I'm here trying to learn how to play the quarterback position. And you need that to lead men. It's not all about the arm talent. It's not all about being able to throw. Jeff George had some of the best arm talent we've ever seen in the league.
Oh, we've seen quarterbacks that had talent now,
but that just could not lead men. That could not take on the other duties of being the head of a franchise, to be the face of a franchise, to be an extension of the organization, and that's what it takes to be a quarterback. And that's difficult. Just along with playing, just along with trying to be in the mix like that. But there were some teams last week that didn't get off to such a good start. We're gonna take a look.
That dolphin upside down for a reason.
Is that a dolphin?
Yeah, the Dolphins, man. That was just any Miami fans out there. That's 59-10. Like, people are talking about trading. But one of the surprises, was, I think one surprise was the Atlanta Falcons. Really just didn't do anything on the road in Minnesota. Defense wasn't there. The Vikings ran all over them, ran down their throat. Where their quarterback for the Vikings only had to throw 10 passes. So it was definitely Cook's game, and they cooked them. But I was shocked to see the Falcons to get blown out like that. They were trailing like 28-0 at one point.
Not good.
I don't know what's going on. I know they had some offensive issues. They got Cutter down there as a new offensive coordinator. They moved on, but their defense was bad against the run. And it seems like it still is having issues against the run, as they did last year. The Cleveland Browns. The
Boogie Browns.
The Boogie Browns. I kind of like, everybody was hoping for them to get their comeuppance. I felt they would. I think. And we'll get into that a little bit later. I want to talk specifically about the Browns, but they got blown out by 30 at home.
You didn't say at home, did you?
At home opener. You saw the meme. If you wasn't down with us in the past when we got beat by 30, don't be down with us now when we get beat by 30.
They felt the wrath of the Titans.
Remember the Titans. They was like, remember us. And it's going to be interesting to see what that team, because of the way that team's built. But you also look at the Panthers, who struggled. We're going to talk about Cam a little bit. We're going to get into talk about Cam. They struggled. They lost 2 home games so far this year. So they lost their first 2 games at home, and offensively haven't looked like much. Cam's a lot leaner. He's not the big guy he was anymore. He's straight vegan, and he's not the touch, the arm, the shoulder. So when he runs that read option, guys are going to come up and tackle him now. It's not like the 265-pound Cam. And, dude, your Steelers.
We can rewind the tape. I was like, I don't really want to discuss. Can I get a pass?
But
let me get it. All right.
We could jump. And we got the Dolphins. The Dolphins got beat 59-10. The Dolphins look like Hinkie may be their new general manager. It may be Tank City. And
not the first one at home.
Players have wanted to get traded out of there. They said they're going to their agents. Get me out of here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get the heck out of here. But I want to jump into the Browns situation real quick, because you have Odell, Mr. $350,000 watch I'm going to play with.
Why?
And a rookie head coach. And he said, I'm gonna wear it again. Like, it's no problem. So where is the focus at? And here's my issue with the Browns. You got a young coach, and you got a young quarterback that chirps, and now who's gonna be the adult in the room? Where's your leadership? You just got smacked by 30. You catch a break on the road. I think you're playing the Jets without Sam Donaldson. But where are the players, the leaders? Because your best players got to be leaders. They're going to set the culture. How do you come out of this with a young coach and are surrounded by players that haven't done it before, haven't won before? The Cleveland Browns, and their early schedule was tough. For me, this is when you need professionals. This is when things go bad, this is when you got to have your guys rally around and move forward. And the discussion about $350,000 watches, it means, man, you may care about other things than football. What do you guys think?
Nate, you gonna jump on this, or you want me to like?
I mean, there's only one thing to be said. It's like he about branding, man. Like he obviously putting the I in team. Like ain't no I in team, but he.
But there's a me.
Yeah, it's definitely a me. And what I think. I know it's nothing been reported yet. I think that he wearing that watch is probably some type of endorsement.
Yeah,
it's some type of endorsement, and the font, whatever they paying them, is outweighing the fine.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey man, I mean, I don't agree with it, but I can't knock somebody for getting their money.
Yeah.
Hey.
But if you're getting your money and all this other stuff, but how do you win when somebody's like?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like They probably not going to win if he keep doing this kind of stuff.
You look back, the Giants moved on from him, one of the best position players in the league, and the Giants moved on from him for a reason. Like, you got traded by the Giants, and, because, look, we just can't deal with this no more. Like,
Man, look, at the end of the day, you can get your money. Mm-hmm. You don't got to wear a watch on game day to get your money.
No, you don't.
So what I need you to do is, from the blonde hair, from the fake nails, or whatever you got going on, right?
the fake nails.
Yeah, the painted fingers. Listen, that's your own personal, like, outside of. How about we just play football from the time you show up to come into this stadium? And then we dedicate just you with no glitz and glamour, and we play football. And then when you go home from here, you can do what you want. How about that?
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, how about that? Because you got your money, and you can brand anywhere. Once you walk away from this game and you go home, or you take a trip to Europe, or you go to Africa, you can brand then. Mm-hmm. How about you don't brand at the time where it's a bunch of men and we trying to win? How about that? How about the winning is supposed to be more important than anything?
Yeah, than your brand. Yeah.
That's where we at right now in society with athletes now.
And he's gonna cash a nice check, but the bottom line is
the check's been cashed. Is my problem.
Do you want to win, or you want to get the championship? I mean, that's the whole point. You're trying to build this young squad up, and young squad. Like, you got young guys on the team, but like, okay, this is Cleveland. We about endorsement deals. It's about, what about the focus? And we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. He may be focused, whatever, but it's just not a good look in the media. It's just a conversation piece that is going to come out again and again about they got a lot to prove. They got a lot to prove on the part of being football players, being able to put a team together and win. That's what these guys got to prove. And Baker Mayfield too, 3 consecutive picks, 3 consecutive interceptions. This not, you can talk the talk, but you got to develop. And then when you put yourself out there like that and have other grown men, professionals can't wait to beat you, they're incentivized.
How about the Titans say, I don't give a damn about no watch? How about that? Does that count in what you listen? If you had a bubblegum watch, or you had a watch for $500, how about I don't give a shit about none of that?
Change or anything like that.
I don't care about none. Listen, I bet you if what's my man's name? Talib.
Yeah.
From
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Denver used to snatch the chains off Cap.
I bet you. I wish he was playing corner. I wish he was playing corner on that day. And when it got dead, listen, man, keep it.
Do they play the Rams this season? I want
You waiting for that? You waiting for that? Try to see if their watch gets slipped
now
off
I
their
want,
wrist.
now I want to see that just because you brought it up.
Yeah, they play the Rams. They have to because the Steelers are playing the Seahawks and the Rams are in the.
That's my guy too.
Yeah.
Kid.
Yeah, he coming for a rough
You gonna
up.
come out there? You come out there. You gonna? This ain't no fashion show out here.
Well,
Let me see that.
Let's stay in the AFC North and talk about the Steelers and your man Tomlinson. Steelers seem Duke, and everybody knows Duke is black and gold. Steeler Nation. It seems like you guys have been looking for defense for a minute now.
It's always been about defense, if you ask me.
Before you had offense, you've always had that. Before you had, Brown left and Bell, Le'Veon Bell. You had two of the best skill position players in the league, and you can put up points. It seemed like people always put up points on you, and especially the Patriots. So you went in a Sunday night's game, and you just couldn't stop them. And you couldn't stop the Patriots, and then you didn't have the offensive firepower to keep up or make it interesting. What's going on with Tomlinson?
Oh no.
Make sure.
The one thing that I can do is I have the ability to forget real quick. Right? I can do that. So it's okay if we rewind because I'm not gonna stay here. But that's when y'all come in. Y'all can take over. But let's just say this. All right. So in our organization, we had 3 coaches: Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and now Mike Tomlin. Excuse me. So that says something about stability. We've always been a defensive-minded team. Okay, you're gonna score a few points. We're gonna stop you, and there's no question that we're gonna stop you. Now, what has happened since then? Because during what was this? 2010, we were in the Super Bowl with Green Bay.
Yeah.
We still had defense. It was just Green Bay's time to win. But what I watched happen was we waited for some of our guys in the secondary to get very old. That wasn't our style.
Yeah.
Prior to Tomlin being there.
Okay.
It was like, okay, Palomalu, okay, you lost a step, but this number 23 or 22 or 28, we knew he was about to be a player.
Yeah.
But now Palomalu, Ryan Clark, William Gay, these guys, they start limping off and they getting old. You don't have nobody to replace them. So now you got to hurry up and go through this process to try to get these guys together to get it, and it's not going to happen just because you got number 12 over here that's still in New England that he'll lick his chops when he sees a 21 or 22-year-old rookie coming in.
Yeah.
Because you didn't do well in free agency, so you got to try to rely on a draft. If I'm a quarterback that's 40 years old and you got a guy coming in from college that's 22, I'm going to be laughing too. So, because it's like, what's he going to do? He doesn't know me only by television, and I can make all the throws. All I got to do is look this way and throw the other way. But by the time he catches up with that, it'll be 4 years in. So they haven't done well at replacing guys that came, before these Super Bowl winners or these Hall of Famers. That hasn't been done. Offensively, we saw what could happen in these last 5 or 6 years with us. You can score 30, 35 points, but why is somebody scoring 40 on you to win?
Yeah.
The last time I checked, you got to stop somebody.
Yeah.
Who has won? Tell me who has won. Even the prolific teams that are offensively gifted, who has won just by offense? Yeah,
about
you had to stop somebody. Yeah. Even the Eagles, if we look at them with playing the Patriots, who smacked Brady's arm to get the fumble?
Yeah, Brandon Graham.
It ended on defense. So until you get that back, this is what's going to happen.
I got a question for you.
Okay, go ahead, Nate.
So 2 years ago, how many games y'all won?
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Was it 13?
13. You won 13. Last year, how many games y'all won?
9.
9, right? So 2 years ago, y'all had AB and Le'Veon.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, y'all lost y'all star running back Le'Veon.
Yep.
Y'all dropped from a 13-win team to a 9-win team. Now this year, y'all lose AB.
Mm-hmm.
How many games you think y'all gonna win?
This is the thing. The verdict is out on that. This is one thing I can tell you though. If you look at the history with us, we have never been a 3-12, 3-13, 4-12. That doesn't exist.
I got
We've
y'all
never been
winning
a 6-10.
between 6 and 8 games this season.
I mean, you can have whatever you want going on. I'm just looking at the history of like 60 years. That's all I'm
with
looking
you.
at.
I ain't got y'all winning
Yeah.
those 3 games and those 4
That's
games.
what I'm saying.
I'm
So-
showing y'all respect by saying 6.
We never been 6-10.
That's what I'm saying. I said between 6 and 8, y'all might go 8 and 8.
All right, so then
We'll see.
We got to wait and see about all that. But in terms of, see, we at a place right now where we have to learn. You know, the guys that are in place have as great as Juju was. I'm gonna give him an example, and then y'all can do what y'all want with the
He's
skills.
trying to be number 1 now. It's different.
Yeah, so I mean, if I'm number 2 over here, and I know I have a prolific, great talent on the other end, which is going to demand a double team, not just okay, let my best corner play him. No, he's going to demand a double team. That's good for me. Now he's gone, and I got to play straight up. I don't even know if I can play straight up yet. My confidence is telling me that I can, but I don't know yet, along with the running game. So you got to figure some things out. And if I look at history, the history tells me that we always figure it out.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what I'm going to ride with.
And that's what you have to do. That's keep hope alive. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely in Steeler Nation, you definitely got to keep hope alive.
We'll see tomorrow. We'll start with it tomorrow.
Miami. Miami Vice is, you know, a lot of things going on.
I'm gonna just
there.
put it to you like this before you even go. I would not want to be a professional athlete and then be a millionaire and like in my 20s and playing a professional sport there. Now, whatever that means, y'all can take it and do whatever y'all want with it.
Coach
The fact that they want to leave Miami, like you said, it's Miami.
and the
that
state
says
of
a lot.
Miami has no
That says a lot.
income. Florida has no state
right,
income
right,
tax. That's what a lot of people live down there. So,
they're gonna make that back.
Flores, new rookie head coach. We're going back and forth. You know, with Kenny Stills is gone.
I feel bad for that
Yeah.
man. They set him up, man.
And he's definitely, you know, in a tight situation, tumultuous situation. I don't know if he can survive. They're definitely tanking. They're definitely, you know, kind of pulled the rug out from under him. And one of their best players, Mika Fitzpatrick, DB slash safety, has asked for a trade, and he's been looking around. Dallas, the Eagles, some teams, New Orleans, the Seahawks have talked about interest, and they got beat 59-10. We're not competitive at all. It looked like one of those early season college games where Alabama schedules a directional state, like Northwestern, Southern Iowa State Tech, you know, and they got really beat down.
Might as well been playing Delaware County Community College.
So now you're moving forward. What do you do? It looks like 2 more wins for the Patriots this year. They play them this year. They play them this week coming up. I've never seen a situation like this jump this bad this early. Have we? Where people like calling their agents, "Get me out of here." They're looking.
Well, that all started before the first game. That's what that was.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this: the Dolphins gonna be looking like the little Dolphins this year. They're like the little Giants. They gonna be banking on that 1 win. They gonna be searching for the one. They ain't gonna
So
be
the
trying not to
Eagles
go
of
0
Dallas,
and
they first
16.
on the Eagles in New England. So the Dolphins is focusing on New England, just covering.
Yeah.
That's
what they
it.
do.
They're not trying. No, they gonna bank on that 1. It's gonna be like week 14, 15. We gotta get 1 win, so
gonna
we
spoil
don't go 0 and
everything.
16. Like that's the type of season they headed for. Like they might go 0 and 16, but they might go 1 and 15.
Wow. Interesting. The Dolphins really. Do you think Flores will survive this year if they have that type of season?
No.
You just one and done.
I think he was just a set-up GOAT from the jump.
Yeah, they want to bring somebody else in. Yeah, they figure we'll bring him in.
He's a transitional coach.
Coach. We look good. We got somebody off Belichick's staff. We bring him in, Flores. The name really works well in Miami. And we'll just tank, and then we'll move on from it.
I never liked that word.
That's what it seems like. They made some moves and got rid of some guys. The next person I want to talk about is Cam.
Why couldn't you put him up in a uniform?
I'll tell you this much: he ain't having no good times right now.
What do you guys make of? I don't really get guys post game attire, but
Nate, sometimes it tells it all.
I'm gonna go with Nate because Nate is young and he's younger and he's into the fashion.
Nate,
he's a model.
Nate, can you highlight?
Is this a new look? Is this a new look, Nate?
Look like a fool, man. Like, look, I ain't. To each his own, right? I'm gonna say that first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't. Everybody dress different. You entitled to dress how you want to dress. But this man, like,
there's a uniform when you're
he go in the closet and just be like, I want to look like my aunt today. Like, that's it. And then it's like he spent more time in the mirror than he is trying to get, and then he did this real suspect handshake before. You seen that handshake he did?
Yeah, that's why we need you. So
it's
you
like
a
a pelvic thrust. I'm like, what kind of handshake is this? Like, y'all grown men.
Hey, it might all come out after the retirement.
And then they lost. Like, this is why y'all losing.
But is this someone who looks like they are crying
Daniel
for help?
Warren Johnson, he should retire. Yeah. He should. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, he's hurt. He's been injured. He went straight vegan. He's lost a lot of weight. He doesn't have the same power. The arm is off. The play calling, 4th and 1, or that used to be Cam up the middle. You know what I mean? Shotgun. They're trying to run McCaffrey on sweeps. North Turner. They're saying North Turner has reached his prime, his peak. He may be done. But, Cam, when you talk about being a quarterback, you talk about being an extension of the franchise and the organization, you just come and just, I do my job, throw touchdown passes, take the heat when we lose, get a lot of the credit when we win. The quarterback and coaches, we often say on Sports Talk Live for the Culture, only 2 people with a record. And Cam has lost his last 8 starts. He's 0-8. And him and Ron Rivera, they have survived for a long time, but do you think it's just a culmination of just like luck, injuries? Maybe he's lost the spike, the thirst for the game. It's only the first 2 games.
I think it's injuries. And I'm going to say one more thing and give it to you, Duke. I ain't got much to say. He like Thelma and Louise in that picture.
Well, I just
want to throw it out there. He looked like Thelma and Louise.
But that was a tribute. Was it a tribute?
For y'all,
Was that a tribute to Thelma and Louise?
Yeah, that's what he looked like. He looked like Thelma and Louise.
Oh.
Look, he about to jump the canyon.
But Nate, is this Nate? Like, for y'all don't know, Nate's a model, and he's in the fashion and stuff. Is this a new look? I don't know. I mean, I'm old school. You know what I mean?
It's
I wear
new
a hat.
for him. I can't say too many grown men out here.
Yeah.
That's out here. Entertaining women. Just say that in the nicest way I can. That's dressing like that, but
look, it all for me, man, is I look at the quarterback position. He won. He went to a Super Bowl.
Didn't jump on that ball though.
Didn't jump on the ball.
Hey man,
and why? I don't know.
That
but
was
he didn't
real
jump on the ball.
diva-like.
Yeah, so
might have got his manicure that day.
We got a mental note of that, right?
Yeah. And then we have a mental note of John Elway late on his last legs getting helicoptered in the Super Bowl trying to get a yard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
difference.
So big difference. So the talent was there.
Did it develop though?
No development. So this is back again when we were talking about Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Was somebody there to develop him? Mm-hmm. We don't know. I doubt if it's Ron Rivera.
He's linebacker
because he's
coach.
a different. Exactly.
They got great linebackers.
Great linebackers. And the history shows that if you have a defensive-minded coach, you're gonna have a defensive-minded team that they're gonna be a physical football team. Right, if you have a defensive-minded coach, that's just what it is. Now, is that enough for him? Probably not, because who's there to develop him?
Yeah,
and then
when
you
North
talk
just
about,
got there late, and you may have your habits already.
Exactly, you got your habits. So you look at what quarterbacks need to be successful. We start at the O-line. Then we look at the receivers, and then we look at the running back. What receivers has he had to say, like, okay, this guy is really, really great. He can help.
He's had a really good tight end, and that was
right. And that was it. I mean, we saw Steve Smith on his decline.
Yeah.
But they never surrounded Cam with the ultimate weapons for him to succeed under a quarterback. Yeah. Now, he pushed them there when they went to the Super Bowl. I think that was a lot of him, and it was a lot of defense.
Yeah.
But we never saw anything prolific, wide, lined up wide, a deep threat, or a number one, a prolific number one, and a great number two. Next to him, we didn't see that. So I don't know what to say, but this, listen, this whole thing you got going on, like this press conference when you come out, and it's looking like you got way too much work going on.
Too much.
You probably take more time getting ready to come to the game than get prepared for the game, and that's a problem for me.
Yeah.
You got stuff on your head, like you got to make sure your hair is in the nails. Like, come on, man.
Outfits on the mirror before you left.
you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go, or we gonna have to wait for the book after you retire. I don't know.
Ken, and we've seen him done it before. He's Ken. Carolina turned around this year. I don't know. I mean, they lost two home games. They're two home games in a hole.
Man, for me,
they're two home games in a hole.
You got New Orleans, you got Atlanta. They there. They not going anywhere.
Oh yeah, I know the divisionals.
And they just lost to Tampa Bay. So what you gonna do moving there? You gonna go rip up New Orleans?
Tampa at home at that.
Yeah, they're 0-2 at home.
I don't know.
At home at that.
Put it this way. I don't like to say the season's over for anybody because we only in week 2. Right,
it's a week 2.
But guess what? It
that
is
first
not
full game
looking very good.
I mean, I ain't helping making the playoffs anyway, so to me,
so they half did.
Ain't much to talk about.
Well, I mean, the fat lady hasn't sung, but she's pulled up to the building.
She pulled up. Well, usually when she pulls up, she don't turn around. So
she on Google looking at the menu. That's what's going on.
She about the DoorDash or dying to come in. I'm not sure about that, but the NFL. A lot, going on in movement. Let's take a look.
We got some shout outs.
Oh,
man.
shout them out.
We got some shout outs. Let's see. Here we go. We got Miss Wanda Brown, Jason Reeves down in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, thank you.
I'll talk to you after the matter of fact. I'm not even going to talk to you now. I'll talk to you probably Monday morning to see what kind of spirit you got after the Eagles come down. Miss Shelley Blackstone.
Hey, Miss Shelley Blackstone.
Pamela Lee, how are you?
Hi,
Aunt Pam out in California. Casey Johnson, West Virginia State University alum.
WSU in the building.
James Fisher. Scott Fillar, what's up, brother? Miss Suzanne Mosley. Lauren Orff, how are you? 3HS. JJ Styling, Arkansas University. CJ McCarson, what's up, brother? Been a long time. Roberto Lombardi. Who we got here? Miss Tanya Annette. What's happening? How are you? Robert, a teen, your high school rival. Mr. Bill Morgan, who's also doing some big things on the podcast thing. Cousin Dave, what's up?
Hey, what's up, cuz?
Still looking for you. We got plenty of cigars, man.
Plenty of cigars, plenty of rum, plenty of bourbon.
Johnny Martin.
Martin.
Johnny the Third, who did very well last night as always. Workhorse back. Probably be when he's done. South Jersey, the state of New Jersey's leading rusher.
Oh, wow.
That's a big thing.
That's a big thing.
We're going to keep our eye on him. Definitely. Cousin Vashana, how are you? Trina, Angel Eyes, what's up? And my old athletic director, sorry to say old, but I'm getting old too, from 3HS, Mr. Howard Pomeroy. How are you?
Mr.
Thanks
Howard?
for joining, ladies and gents.
Definitely thanks for joining.
Appreciate you.
Just a little round of NFL. One of the watchers wanted to influence on that the Bengals Seahawks game that came down.
Got my eye on that game.
Came down to the clutch last week. Interesting enough, you see why the Seahawks they're looking at, they were in the AB talks. They wanted to bring Antonio Brown in. The Bengals look like they're gonna be like legit. Like they may be quiet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. New coach.
The spotlight's all on Cleveland. Everything's on Cleveland. Go ahead, be out there in that spotlight, Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna work here and play football and move forward. They always had a pretty good roster. Their best player, wide receiver Henry, just the injury issues just really hurts them. Can't trying to stay healthy. But I think it was a tough road loss week 1. But so the Bengals look good, and you find out more. You got week number two, as we want to jump into.
Sometimes you find a lot out on the road,
Yeah, and that's not an easy environment to play in.
At all. They did say the 12th man, the suspect out in Seattle. I'm going to give a shout out to my boy Deron Woods out in Seattle. I just talked to you this morning. That's what they say. I don't know. I'm going to go experience it, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's legit out there. But I want to jump into week 2 of the NFL. We got some games. That they're going to pique some interest moving forward.
Tough week, man.
A tough week. And one of the games that just jumps right off is Saints at the Rams.
Mm-hmm. Let's get it.
Revenge. They felt that, I guess the Saints felt that interference call, which changed the rules, which, now you can contest pass interference.
I mean, it was interference. Let's put it out there.
It was interference. How do you guys think about this game? 4:25, most likely be the game of the week. Saints at Rams, 4:25 start. What are you guys leaning in this game? Give me a little breakdown of that.
I'm leaning towards the Saints.
Oh, you like the Saints on the road, Nate?
On the road.
Well, something to prove. How you like me now?
Yeah, I'm with who that? They that.
Who that?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with
that. I started the We That chant. That's a little story that I'll never go down. That started.
No royalties?
No royalties.
Shame on you.
The Saints were undefeated Saturday night. I was on the road. Cowboys came in there, 8 of us against the millions of Saints fans. And I was like, we that team that's going to beat that Saints. It's kind of taken off. And, there's another, just call me, who's the guy with the peanuts? The brother.
George Washington?
Yeah.
George Washington Carver.
I'm just another brother that didn't get his props.
With over 300 ways to use the peanut.
I was like, I that was my saying. But looking at that Saints-Rams game, break it down for me. What do you guys think?
Well, look, we in a era of today that's offense. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Are you going to see that tomorrow? Of course. You got Breeze and you got Goff, and they trying to spread people out. You need some athletic ability. Breeze, both of these teams, they're looking to score.
Yeah.
If you see a low-scoring game, then the jig is up.
Yeah.
Right? You probably won't see a 17-10 or 20-17 game with these guys. They out in L.A. The sun is out. It's going to be sunny. Spread them out, both offenses. We already know about Breeze. We don't have to talk about him. It's payback time. New Orleans is looking at, look, we're going to give you this business because we know what should have happened last year. That's what they coming with. But at the same time, they were in a dogfight at home. So we're going to see. I mean, this is a game that personally, I'll stay away from. But if I had to choose, it would be the Rams because they're at home. But New Orleans has a chip. Let's be real, right? They took something away from them, and it wasn't decided by the players.
Yeah.
Right? It was just a bad call. And I'm looking for a beautiful weather day, and you can't make any excuses for anything, right? It's your team against my team, your grunts up front against mine, your athletic ability against mine. Let's see what happens. I don't see a blowout on both sides, but
what's the line on that game? You got the cards there. What's the line on that game?
2.5, 3 points.
Yeah.
3 points?
Which could go either way if you really want to get down to it.
Definitely.
We talking field goal.
Yeah.
So
definitely. The other game, early NFC game, Vikings at the Packers, both undefeated.
Another good one.
Another good game.
Two tough ones.
Two defensive games.
Before I speak on this, shout out to my beautiful wife, Sheree, watching.
Hey, wifey.
What's up, wifey?
Appreciate you watching. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
But I'm going to Vikings.
On the road.
The Vikings on the inland.
Like this road thing.
Yeah, I thought hard about it. Like I said, that's another game I feel the same way you just said about the last one. I stay away from it, but if I had to pick, I'll go with the Vikings. I like the defense.
Green Bay was bringing that D2 against the Bears too now.
And I think...
They was.
But I think the Vikings have a defensive head coach. who's gotten rid of
Which we talked about mentality.
Who got rid of the coordinator last year midseason, said, look.
He didn't like it.
He didn't like it. It was
Wasn't
too much
nasty
passing. He was like, Cook is healthy. He's like, he comes from the Dallas, Emmitt Smith. Like, he's looking to cook with Cook. He's like,
hey.
I know it's probably him being a defensive coordinator. He's probably wondering why we don't have 35 or 36 carries a game. Like, he's that guy. He's like,
which everybody got away from. What I don't understand is why, because that's what was the recipe.
Cousins threw the ball 8 times?
No, yeah, 8 to 10, yeah. Cousins,
like,
Kirk, like they were like, look, Kirk, we going to play defense, and
that's unheard of in today's NFL.
Yeah,
like you throw for 20 passes, that's
right,
not a lot.
Right.
Like throwing for 10.
Well, guess what? That tells you. What that tells me is that now Kirk Cousins, like I think he's more of a capable quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but when you have a great defense, it's like let my defense play ball, and I know what you can do on the offensive end. But how about you don't have to be a gunslinger? You just don't. Just make the necessary throws and necessary handoff, and then. Let's not forget about the $84 million.
Hey man,
Yeah.
you
guaranteed it, and I'm still going to get it.
They shut the
and I only throw 10 times.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ride with that, knowing I got $54 million that I got to collect and is guaranteed, and I just threw 10 times. I'm gonna ride with that.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta go. I mean, that's he's got that $84 million, but they're trying to play winning. We're not worried about stats. We're trying to win, and this is what we want to do. We want to be a ground and pound and play defense, and when the time comes, Kurt, make some plays for us.
Yeah.
So, which he's capable of.
Which he's capable of. But he's not capable of carrying the whole load. He's not capable.
He's not a load guy.
He's not. It doesn't seem like he's capable. All right, we're going to need 42 to 30, 35 or 40 in this game, and you're going to have to bring us back.
Yeah, Alex Smith-esque.
Yeah. But it's winning football. And it's not that he's a bad player, because I think we're in the age of fantasy where everybody's looking for numbers. No, we're looking for wins. That's the bottom line. It's about W's, and how do you play within the framework of your teamwork to produce W's. But you was like, oh, he's a bad player. Nah, if you need 25 to 30, if you look at Jameis Winston, over 30 passes, their record is terrible. When you get him under 30 passes a game, around 20, 25 passes a game, Buccaneers win. We're running. We got defense. When he's up in the 30s, he's trying to do too much. And he's going to try to shake 2 defenders and fit a ball in between quadruple coverage. And it's going to be ran back the other way. That usually happens. It'll be a very interesting game. The other game that I wanted to look at was also, because it's kind of interesting, the Colts at the Titans.
That's another one.
The Colts, tough loss in overtime at San Diego, week 1, and now they're still on the road, and they're at the Titans. They open up first 2 games on the road, and the Titans really can make a statement here in the division if they get this win and get this W. How do you guys see this game? Hanging out.
I'm going with the underdog again. I'm rolling with the Colts.
You rolling with the Colts? You like the Colts?
Oh, we talking the win and cover.
The win, and then you can talk about the
betting.
All
right, to win. That's a tough one, man. I'm gonna say Titans to win.
Titans to win?
I'm gonna say Titans.
I got the Titans in a close one, but there will be no blowout in this.
Nah.
These 2 teams mirror each other if you think about it. Even though we talked about last week how Mariota was the number 2 pick, and right now you look at Brissett on the other end.
Yeah,
it's really not too much of a difference when it comes to leading, right? So the quarterback matchup is even. We talked about also the Colts being new and improved on the offensive side and the defensive side. There will be no rollout of a 30-point victory like you did to Cleveland. That's not going to happen. Yeah. But I'm telling you, Tennessee, you're not going to do what you want to do to them on the defensive side of the ball. On the defensive side, you're not doing that. I see as Vrabel's over there, they're taking the identity of a defensive guy. Once again, their linebacking core plays no games.
Okay.
They come in to tackle, and they come in to hit, and they come in to blitz. So if you have an inexperienced quarterback who is not into reading defenses and looking at one side of the field who's not multi-dimensional, you're going to have some problems with Tennessee. And if you don't believe me, ask Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, he struggled last year.
He struggled last year with them, and that's just what they do. And they're at home.
Yep.
So they won by 30 away.
Yeah.
Right? They coming home now. I don't
Feeling
think they're
good.
feeling great. I don't think they're going to let up.
Yeah.
But like I said before,
and I like Grable. I like Grable as a coach.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But the Colts are not a team that's just going to lay down. They got some stability, you know, on both sides of the ball. So I see a great football game. I don't see a blowout. As far as points, I would stay away. This is going to be a fight. You know,
definitely. One of the things you talk about, another interesting game, because it's a game that has a lot of season and looking at as you move down, looking at tiebreakers and home field advantage. The Eagles at the Falcons.
Another one.
All the tough games.
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for, Nate. We're here. We're here to answer these tough questions.
You're right. That's what we're here for.
Falcons at home, humiliated on the road. Just really terrible showing last week in Minnesota at the Vikings. Were shut out mostly when that game mattered the most. They were shut out, and the cook just ran down their throat. Now, the Eagles have a passing attack. They have Wentz. They have some running backs, and it'll be interesting to see how the Eagles attack. Will they say, look, will they go Belichick? This team's weak against the run. I know G-Jack, you had some stuff over the top, but this is a ground and pound game. This is time to bring out the root canal offense. How do you guys see this game playing out?
So look, this is a tough one, right? Mm-hmm. And Julio 5 games straight then caught over 100 yards against these Eagles.
Oh, okay.
So
and
this would be the 6th game straight if you do it.
Yeah.
So that being said, it's really a coin flip. Yeah. But I'm a road warrior today, man. I'm going with the Eagles.
Going with the Eagles. You're going with a lot of road. You're going with the road to win the game outright.
Win the game outright.
Wow. No points, just outright.
It's outright.
Okay.
It's outright.
And every team he picked, sometimes you can put up an argument for things. I can't argue with any of that. That's detriment to the league today, because remember some time ago you could look at these teams and be like, oh man, it's a victory.
Yeah.
I think those days might be gone, right?
Yeah.
You got a lot of competitive teams. So I'm riding with Nate with all 4 games that he picked. You just don't know what's going to happen because everybody's evenly matched. And then the fact that Atlanta went to Minnesota, got their butt kicked.
Yeah.
They're not going to be the same team.
Yeah.
Coming at home, prime time.
Home opener.
Sunday night. They're not going to be the same. They're just not. Now, whether or not.
I take the over on that game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because it's going to be some spread out on both sides of the ball. D-Jack looks like he might be good for one. He's good for one.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not it's going to be 2 or 3, I don't know. I don't know, but you're going to see the same from both teams.
Yeah.
Because Matt Ryan can sling that thing too.
Yeah.
And they got the best receiver in the game, arguably.
He ain't no Marcus Mariota.
Right. So, but we're going to see.
Marcus one game Mariota.
Yeah. It's showtime. This is what it is. This is what we want to see. We want to see the best teams play each other. We want to see what happens.
Yeah, and I'm one of this other game that intrigues me because of the past, the history, the coaching changes. Bears at Broncos.
Another one.
I'm gonna let you go first on this.
Bears on Broncos, and we know Nate. For all those out there, Nate's Broncos Nation. So we know his pickle be sliding.
Listen, I got the Broncos.
You got the Broncos.
I got the Broncos. I got the Broncos
Mile
in this. We know about the defensive presence. We know about the 2 edge guys. All right. We know what they did last week. You went on the road. You stunk. You coming home. You got enough veterans on your team, veteran coaching staff, veteran ownership to have some pride in yourself. And Trubinsky, I will not bet on him for anything.
You're not in it, but
I gotta go with that.
Let's be honest. We were all up on Trubisky when we did our show. Yeah, we did our show. I mean, the
absolutely,
first game,
he showed us enough.
But is it the part where
I wasn't.
You weren't up, Nate. You weren't, Nate. Were you? I gotta go review the tapes.
They were mostly trying to. I think they were mostly trying to just keep him safe.
Well, I think. Well, he definitely was not a quarterback that didn't need to take any snaps in preseason, and they tried to roll him out there on a Thursday night to start the season because it just wasn't there. He's been practicing. He's more groove. Got some game time underneath him. They're trying to do a lot of different things to get him easy throws and things along those lines, but it seems like they're trying to run the Mahomes offense, but they don't have a Mahomes. You know, the Chicago needs to.
Good luck with that forever.
Chicago needs to lie it down and ground and pound and get yourself a stud running back and let a young quarterback lean on that and play that great defense. And when we need you to make something, hope you can make something for us happen. But you know, all that trickery and everything worked last year, but people get filmed. Defensive coordinators get paid too. Mm-hmm. And as we discussed last week, the Packers said we'll stay in nickel. We're going to keep our speed on the field and dare you to run. Yeah. And if you don't want to ground and pound us or make us come out of this nickel, then we're going to stay in it. And
pretty much.
Got more speed on the field to be able to make things happen. And that's going to be interesting. So Nate, what did you take? You think the Broncos are going to bounce back against the Bears?
Yep.
I mean, so first of all, what happened? You had guaranteed a win out there for our viewers who may have picked that on their car.
Yes, he did.
What happened? Monday night.
First and foremost, I ain't you can run the tape back. I ain't guarantee that win. I just picked that game. It wasn't one of my guarantees.
That wasn't the big G.
It wasn't my guarantee.
Okay. I thought you locked that down.
No, it wasn't a lock.
I thought you said you put that thing in.
It's a lock this week.
He put that thing in a figure 4.
Listen, sometimes you don't have to say guarantee to look like it's a guarantee. And I got that look from you.
The look, I thought you had it in a figure 4.
You remember the look from
guarantee
Bill Bixby, the Incredible Hulk?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the look.
My guarantee last week was the Bengals, and everybody said I was crazy. Mm-hmm. My guarantee was the Bengals. So you rewind that to you. I said the Bengals.
The Bengals. Okay.
And they almost won.
Yeah.
But they covered that 10 for sure. But
you had that whole division winning except for the Steelers.
I was wrong about that though.
Yeah.
I just did that.
That was your bold prediction.
Yeah, that's my bold prediction.
I'm waiting for your bold prediction today.
My bold prediction and my guarantee is that the Broncos going to win.
Oh, they're going to win. They're going to beat
win.
the Bears.
I like Get the points. They're going to win.
I like that.
They're going to win.
Outright.
They're going to win.
I like that. I'm not against
Take them
that
on the money line.
There's no debating for me. I can go with that at home. Listen, Chicago, they scored 3 points at home.
Yeah.
And guess what? More importantly is the winner scored 10.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
Yeah.
You about to go on a road with a team that like Denver's not the bottom of the barrel.
What's the line on that game?
It's 3 points.
It's 3 points.
Peep this, like just how you said, Son, that Mitch ain't played no preseason. He looked horrible last week, right? So your second game, you gonna go somewhere where most quarterbacks have a hard time playing in Mile High.
Yeah.
Your second game, you ain't have no preseason. You gonna perform Mile High? No, you're not. And secondly, Vic Fangio, like he was he know y'all team. Mm-hmm. He and then Von didn't have the best game last week. And Chubb, they trying to get a bounce.
I think check out Von's girlfriend. He's not having good games moving forward. Miss Denise on Instagram. Miss what's her name? I know it's Denise something.
Freckles.
Yeah. Freckles. Yeah.
Freckles.
Yeah. Freckles.
Me as a Broncos fan, I'm not up on this. That's what I'm talking about.
You're gonna be up in there on a minute. In a minute, you'll be up on it. In a quick minute.
Yeah.
Give it a New York minute.
It's Megan Denise.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Freckles.
Freckles. Vaughn may be, he may have lost the edge.
Yeah, Vaughn's having fun. Whole lot.
But definitely. I mean,
and Cortland Sutton, he was showing me something last week. The problem with the last week game was it wasn't Joe.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be Joe. To be honest with you, I told y'all before I was never.
Well, that's a good thing because
it's
a quick fix. It's not the quarterback.
Yeah, he looked good. It's the coordinator.
Yeah.
That play calling was horrible.
Yeah,
very very bad.
Definitely.
So if they can fix that this week, along with that defense coming for Mitch,
I think they will.
I got that game.
Mitch got to score 30 to get up out of there, and I don't see that happening.
All right, fellas, give me your locks for the week. Give the people locks if we're gonna lock it down. What's your lock pick of the week, dude?
Ooh,
covering.
Locks.
Give me your lock.
With the covering,
give me one lock.
If I had to go guarantee lock, You got to go with the Ravens.
The Ravens.
I mean,
over the Cardinals. How many points they give them?
They're giving them 14 and a half.
Woo.
Giving them 14 and a half. The Ravens are at home. I mean, you almost got to go with that. You know,
okay.
You gotta.
You still going with the Broncos? This is your lock? They cover?
Yeah, I got the Broncos. If I had to pick something else, I'd say the Cowboys.
Oh, the Cowboys. Okay. All right, go to getting 6. My lock, Lions beat the Chargers.
I got that game.
I got that game. That's my lock.
I got that game too.
It sets up well. I think it sets up well.
Yeah, I got the Lions over the Chargers. The Chargers never scare anyone. So I mean, and it's one of those games. You know, they both have quarterbacks. They're on the turf. They're gonna be slinging the ball around. The Lions get out of there, I believe. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's something definitely that we're going to see moving forward.
I like the Giants too, man. I like the Giants over the Bills, man.
Oh, that'll be a nice game
Yeah,
for
I like
them.
that.
I like this little bounce back for them. You know, definitely making a move forward.
I like the Seahawks to cover.
Yeah.
I like the Niners to win.
Oh, the Niners to win. Okay. Definitely. I want to shout out September 21st, Jeffersonville Golf Club. There will be a golf outing. For more information, contact Les Austin at 216-375-2565 on the links. For all the golfers out there that want to golf, it's a fundraiser for First African Methodist Episcopal Church in Darby Township, Sharon Hill. So definitely check it out if you want to golf or hit Les up and get out there on the 21st next weekend and hit them links. You know, definitely get out there and swing them clubs. You guys swing the clubs? I used to for a little bit, but
you know what I can do?
fell off.
I can putt very well.
Oh, you're a putter. You can read the greens.
Oh, I can read the green. I'm wonderful at that one.
But say you putt for dough. You just drive for show.
Then that's me. Then that's me. But I'll putt. Yeah, we'll putt. You know, we'll putt. We swing it. We trying to get 200 and 300 yards down there. It'll be a Charles Barkley swing.
Oh, okay. Definitely.
I'm a putt golf champion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll get better at it.
I'm about to get out there and get my clubs back. They're in the closet somewhere. But definitely.
With a whole bunch of dust.
With a whole bunch of dust. A lot of dust. Like, whatever, swing those things. But, fellas, week 2 is upon us. Week 1, interesting. We'll see who bounces back. We see who keeps riding out. We'll be back next week. Sports Talk Live for the culture. And definitely hit up Les Austin if you want to play some golf next Saturday.
All right, Les.
September 21st. Check it out. And we'll be back. Peace. Sports Talk Live for the culture. And I'm out.
Peace for the culture.
Peace.
Peace.